Hi guys, in this lesson we will continue to practice the real-world examples in Pandas. So first I will import my dataset and Pandas library, import Pandas SPD and the dataset pd with CSV. Going one step back, inside of the data folder I have an nba.csv file here and I can call it from here right now. Click Shift Enter, and I have called my dataset. This dataset is located inside of this data folder. You will see this kind of CSV file. Okay, I have imported this data. Now, as the first question which we are going to solve here, we should count the occurrences of each unique value in the position column of a data frame DF, where the team column is equal to Boston Celtics. What does it mean? We already know how we will count the values out of one column, but what if I want to count the occurrences of each unique value in the team column or in the position column, where team column is equal to Boston Celtics, right? I will first try to pick up the column itself here. DF team equals to what? Boston Celtics. As an example, this one, this team is equals to Boston. First I will just filter it based on this one and surround with square brackets and call the data frame itself, and it will sort out all these values for the team column here and all these rows for the other columns. You could see it just prints out the dataset based on these values here, Boston Celtics. But if I want to count the values of it, I can do it by typing the, if I just try to count them, value counts like this one, it will not show anything for us because we have we could give a value count for the column itself, like this one, df team value counts, right? If I click Shift Enter, let's pick you could see that it has lots of values here inside of the team column, but we are interested in this position column here. If I just try to pick up the position column and print out the value count of this position column, it will say that we have 102 CGP, 101 PF, but I want to count the values based on this sorted column here, based on the this team, because it has just counted these values overally for the position column regardless of this sorting function here. But if I want to include this sorting functionality of the team column, we should type in it like this one. We will just comment it out, and I will again type in, just keep it like this one, Boston Celtics, and add in the position here, position, and value counts here, and I will just cut it and paste it here and run it from here, and you could see here is the difference. It will just sort the values or count the occurrences of each unique value in the position column based on this team, based on these sorted values here, but this was the previous result. That's the difference. That's why I just showed you the way of counting these occurrences based on the other column here, like this one. But another syntax you can use to achieve the same result is by using the log accessor. Again, we will type in the df log and open the square brackets, and df team, again column. First we will type in the team column equals to Boston Celtics. Let's copy this Boston Celtics again, Boston Celtics, and then as another additional column we will provide the position column here, like this one, position column, and then I will add in the value counts method, value counts click shift enter, you will see the result is the same. You can use either this one or this one. It's completely up to you. Okay, the second question is return a subset of the data frame where college column contains state. We already know if I just run the data frame, we have a college column, this one, but I want to return the subset of the data frame where the college column contains state value here, or college overlay. If I just type in the df shape, we have 463 rows, and inside of those rows we might have what, the state value here. But if I just try to print it like this one, team equals to, for example, state, and click shift enter, it will just show you the blank page. But if I want to just print out exactly the sentence which contains the state word inside of the column value, we will type in the df first df college. I will explain it right now, don't worry. College is str contains like state, like this one. If I click shift enter, it will just print out false, true based on the statement itself. But if I just print out the rows, it will do what? Give an error. It will say that we have NaN values. First, before signing or running this code, I will have to make sure that it does not have NaN value. First, I will check the data types. Data types of the college is object. Okay, and if I want to just print out the null values, and yes, college column has 87 null values. If I want to drop or get rid of these null values, I will have to use df college drop now in place equals true. Click shift enter, and if I run it again, it will again print an error. But if I just comment it out and try to convert the data type of the column, sometimes it might be the reason. I will just add in what, as type str, click shift enter and run it again, and you could see it will print out all the values or all the rows which contain state sentence or state word inside of that. But as the previous example, this one, if I just copy this word and paste it here instead of this one and run it, df team equals to Georgia State, it should print out it. Click this one, run it. It does not print anything. Why? Because college column, we have a college column here. Yes, college. It will print out 4 rows here. But if I just run the state here, click shift enter, it will not print anything, because this argument should be equal to this row value here in this syntax, in this extent. In that case, it's going to print it out. But str contains, it just should contain specific word which exists in this column's value here. If I just, instead of this state, I will type in the George State here, George State, click run it, you could see it will print it out without problems. But state will not be printed in this syntax like this one. You could see it will not print it, but str contains just prints out based on the any value which if it exists in the column values here. Okay, the next question is display one specific row or multiple columns where the college column contains state. Okay, we should again, if this is the example of the basic structure, I will just copy it again and paste it here. And if I run it, if I want to print specific columns based on this filtered statement here, I will just add in the name, age. This is the column names here, and let's pick up one column, college itself, and click Shift Enter. Again, it says that key error because we should entail it with 2 square brackets, and you could see it will just print out the these column names based on this filtered value here. Okay, I can even print out the first 5 rows, I think. Yes. Okay, display the maximum, minimum, sum, and average number age for each theme column here. This is very easy to use. We will have to first group the column itself, like this one, df, for example. Type in the group by, and then the column name here will be, for example, theme. Click Shift Enter. It will not print anything, but if I add in the aggregate method here, it will just pick up all the numeric columns and print out the overall statistics based on these theme column values here. This is the maximum. It just prints out the maximum values of these columns based on this theme column here, theme index here. I can even use what mean if I want. Mean, it will just sort out. You could see mean values here, or we have mean, average, which is also sometimes useful to know. Yes, you could see it will just pick up all these numeric columns here, and if I just add in this numeric only true, it will delete this error. True. Click Shift Enter. Yes, I can even do what again if I want round up these values by adding the round method, round like 1 if I want, and you can see it will just leave 1 decimal point and skip all or delete all the other ones here after the decimal here. Okay, the next one's converting the data type of specific columns. Okay, we have the data types dft types here, object, and if I want to pick up specific columns and change the data types here, like this one floats here, let's say I will pick up number, age, and weight. Number, float, age, float, and weight, float. I want to change the data types of these columns, but make it in a professional way. In order to do this, I will type in the df, for example, number. This is the easy way of doing it. Number, and type in the s type int, for example, right? But I don't want to convert each column and rewrite it each time. Instead, I will do what? I will create a list first, list, or my list equals, inside of the list I will pass in the column names, number, then the second one will be age, and weight, right? Then I will iterate over it for I in this my list. If I print out this I, it will print out the column names, but if I want to convert the data types of these columns, I will just type in the df I equals df I as type int, integer. If I click Shift Enter and call, we have a problem here. Can't convert non-finite values, NA or integer. Okay, we have this kind of error because we have null values inside of our columns. So I will have to drop them. Drop now in place equals true. I will just drop the null values from all the columns here. And again, if I call the data types here and check, the number has integer, yes, age has integer, and weight column has integer here. From floating we have converted to integers here. Okay, the next one we are adding the, if I click DataFrame here, we want to add the $sign, for example, to the end of this column here. Okay, we will type in df salary, pick up the column name here, and then again the column name, and applying what, lambda x, and x will be with $sign, this $sign, plus again str x here, yes, x, and then call the data frame itself. Click Shift Enter, you will see $sign is being appeared here. And the next one is combining height and weight to a new column. We have a height here and weight, and we want to combine these two columns values here by creating the new one. I will create the new one called height, and the weight equals to what, df height, this column, df height plus this is a concatenation, and inside of this one I will type in the slash, for example, plus again concatenate it with typing the df weight and adding the s type equals to string str, and calling the data frame here. You will see we have combined the values of height and weight to a new column by adding the slash as a separator here. You will see, but we should convert the data types with strings before applying this functionality, otherwise it will give an error here. If I just pick it up only by doing it like that, it will not work. So you should always type in this str if you want to add in the string value or string data type element to your column values here. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Bye.